Mabu, hey! Today I'm going to be recapping the latest episode of Drag Race Philippines Slaysian Royale. Holy cacao! Oh, this episode was made for me. I have a lot to say, so without further ado, let's get into it. The queens walk back into the workroom after Something Wong's elimination, and Arizona Brandy reveals she also would have sent Something Wong home due to her track record. Ivory says she feels relieved at being saved. The girls say it's her redemption, and, well, this is awkward. So it's a new week in the workroom. Kitty Space says she really wants to be in the top. She is not going to fade into the background any longer. And oh my god, I've never been so happy to see an edit go this hard. Suki Doll says the balance is off. A Filipino girl has to go home next. You know, to even the playing field and all. And all I have to say to that is, not today, Satan. Not today. At that moment, Mama Pow enters the workroom and announces that for this week's mini challenge, the queens will be playing a game called Kep Kep Boobay. The queens need to get into quick swimwear drag and test their reflexes. When a contestant says Kep Kep, they must grab their nether regions. When they say Boobay, they must grab their chesticles. It's easy to mistake the two when you're going that fast. I love how halfway through they all just started having fun with it. Mama Pow was dancing around the workroom like the goofball that she is, and Kiana breaks her streak of winning mini challenges by losing to Brigadine. So for this week's Maxi Challenge, the queens need to create jaw-dropping couture looks out of fossilized cacao leaves. And I think this is so cool. It transcends unconventional materials. It's actually paying homage to the local farmers of the Philippines. So the cacao leaves are all different colours, and as the winner of the mini challenge, Brigadine gets to pick her colour first. She picks red, but wait, there's more. Because she also gets to choose who will get their colour last. And she decides to be strategic by giving that disadvantage to Suki Doll. And honestly, smart. I would have done the same thing. So the remaining contestants get to choose their colour leaves in the order that they were eliminated in the mini challenge. And that leaves Suki Doll with teal. As the queens prepare, the edits are flying left, right, and centre. Arizona wants to redeem herself from last time. Ivory is very much aware that she went home on a design challenge in Down Under 3, and Venus is feeling the pressure having won the design challenge on season 1. She says she doesn't want to just create a gown, she wants to create art, and boy does she. But I'm getting ahead of myself. On Elimination Day, Ivory reveals that she sets a very high standard for herself, crediting drag looks here on Instagram. She is constantly chasing perfection, which doesn't exist. She also shares that her mother passed away around the same time that Down Under 3 was being filmed. And for those of us that watched Down Under 3, like myself, we were already aware of that. And I felt so bad for Ivory. She is such a sweetheart, but it's the vulnerable edit, guys. We know what that means. So on the main stage this evening, we have the gorgeous Mama Pow. And just like I think Drag Queen looks great in black wigs, Mama Pow looks great in red wigs. And then if you mix the red with the green, it's giving Poison Ivy. And she is joined by Khalid Karen, or Jervy Wrightson, and extra special guest judge, the host of Drag Race Thailand, Pangina Hills. And I really like that with Pangina, you never know what you're going to get. You're either going to get her out of drag or in drag. And both versions are really nice to look at. Category is Holy Cacao, and I gave my top 2 to Venus Deluxe. I mean, Pangina said and did everything I was thinking. Yes, bitch, work. This is how you do a design challenge. I do want to give an honorable mention to Kitty Space and Suki Doll. Oh, and I also really liked Brigading's. So Kiana, Brigading, Bernie, and Yuha are all made safe, which means the rest represent the tops and bottoms of the week. First up to be judged is Arizona Brandy. Khalid Karen tells her that this look is underwhelming. She needed to use more leaves, and Pangina says that she picked the wrong fabric and that it looks messy in the back. Next is Kitty Space. She is in the top, and she's told that her garment is gorgeous. Honestly, if Venus Deluxe didn't exist, I would have given her my top 2. Poor Siam gets absolutely clocked by Mother Pangina Heels. Basically, she gets red for having no ass. She's told her breastplate does not match the color of her outfit, and that her G-string is way too loose. To which Pangina basically says, "You're representing Thailand on this stage, do not embarrass me." Ivory is also in the bottom for an unfinished look, but her makeup is gorgeous. She looks so pretty. And her legs really are amazing. Poor Ivory gets emotional on stage and apologizes to her late mother for disappointing her. Pangina gives her some very encouraging words of wisdom, but unfortunately it isn't enough to save her. Next up is Venus, and of course she's in the top for creating art on the main stage. This is one of the best design challenge looks I've ever seen, no joke. Last but not least, we have Suki Doll. She is told that her outfit looks expensive, and that the teal blending with the gold is a real winner. Suki says that this is a full circle moment for her, because in Canada's Drag Race Season 2, she also picked teal for the design challenge to honour her late friend who passed away from cancer. And I mean, we knew that Suki would slay a design challenge. And so the top two of the week are Venus Deluxe and Kitty Space. And I 100% agree with Venus. And I think that Kitty Space and Suki Doll were interchangeable. I would have been happy with either of them being in the top. Like, both of them being in the top makes sense to me. So I'm not that mad that Suki wasn't in the top over Kitty. And by top, I mean top two. Siam and Suki are made safe, which leaves Arizona Brandy and Ivory Glaze in the bottom two. And this I don't agree with. I would not have put Arizona in the bottom two. I don't think her look was that bad. I would have put Siam with Ivory. In Untucked, the safe girls say that Kitty Space doesn't deserve to be in the top because of her boots, her gloves, and the bottom part of her look. And I really don't agree. They are shocked to learn that Kitty is in the top two and that Arizona is in the bottom two. But Suki Doll is really sweet and tells the girls that Kitty deserves to be celebrated. Arizona breaks down crying, saying that she's so embarrassed. And she feels she deserves to stay because she knows she can slay all the other challenges. Back on the main stage, Venus and Kitty lip sync to Winner Winner by Pangina Hills. And this was a clear win by Venus. No question at all. Kitty did not know the words. At all. Venus just knows how to emote and move in a way that grabs all of our attention. And sure enough, frontrunner Venus Deluxe gets her second win in a row. She chooses to eliminate Ivory, which I think was the right choice. As much as it sucks to see 3 international queens leave 3 weeks in a row, I can't really say it's rigged. The PH girls are really just that talented. It's not like Global All-Stars where there was clear favoritism with the Ru girls. This is fair and square to me, and at least we had an international queen in the top 2 this week. And so, my friends, what did you think of this week's episode? I loved it. I agree with most of the choices, except I would have put Siam in the bottom, as I said, not Arizona. Next week is the Rusical, and I cannot wait. But as always, let me know what you thought, and I'll be back very soon with another video.